Hi, we're Tim and Diana Journey, and welcome to Enriching Your Marriage. Tonight's topic is meeting at the fence.
How many of you remember the TV sitcom Home Improvement?
I do.
I know you do.
Oh, okay.
The and it, one of the highlights of every week was when the neighbor Wilson would reach over the fence or lean over the fence and have a conversation with Tim, and he'd always say, "Heidi ho, neighbor." And tonight we're going to be talking about those types of conversation within marriage.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So, meeting at the fence. In conflict, most couples do one of two things: stay on their own side, that means they're defensive or they're stuck, or they try to pull the other over to their side.
Mm-hmm.
Come join me over here. But healthy couples meet at the fence.
Without trying to get to a conclusion as to which side they belong on, right?
Right.
So the fence is not what keeps us apart, it is what gives us a place to meet. And we're going to demonstrate that here in a little bit.
So here's a visual of meeting at the fence. There's you're on one side, Tim's on one side, and your spouse or me is on the other side. The goal isn't to win from your side, it's to meet in the middle with understanding.
Unless my argument is very clear and you can agree with me.
No. It's your perspective, and it's up to me whether I agree with your perspective.
You are correct.
Thank you.
You are correct.
Thank you.
How do we meet at the fence? Well, we come with curiosity. Help me understand why we're having this discussion, right?
Mm-hmm. We listen before responding. We don't interrupt, which you in the past have been guilty of interrupting.
Yes,
correct?
yes, I have.
Yeah.
I got to finish for you.
You're working on that,
Yeah,
right?
I am.
Okay.
Validate before solving. Don't try to solve the situation, but say things like, I can see that. I understand why you're feeling that way.
And we want to share without attacking. So we want to keep it in the I feel, right?
Not you feel.
Right.
Yeah. And remember to stay on the same team. It's us versus the issue. The issue is not going to ultimately won't be that important, but being an us is very important.
But sometimes at the time, the issue seems like it's really
It seems big. Yeah,
important.
yeah. Enough to get into a conflict over.
Correct.
Here's a little clip we'll show you from Home Improvement, just about the conversation that Wilson and Tim have.
Howdy, Wilson.
Hi-ho, neighbor.
What are you cooking?
Boiling up some willow bark. It's an old folk remedy for a headache.
I got aspirin.
No. Tim, it wouldn't be the same. Mankind may have given me the headache, but nature will take it away.
Sure could have used that today.
Bad day today?
The worst. I yell at Jill, I insult Al, and I knocked a guest out in my show with a 4x8.
That is a bad day.
Well,
Who was your guest, by the way?
you wouldn't know him. He's the pioneer of home repair.
Oh, you mean Bob Vila?
You know him?
Here's the conversation.
Oh, everybody knows Bob. I can see how a guy like that might intimidate you, though. He knows an awful lot about tools.
That's just it. Why would he intimidate me? Why does everybody think he knows more about tools than I do?
Well, does he, Tim?
Yeah. He knew what an adze was without cheating.
Yes, the old medieval wood shaping tool.
How am I supposed to top that?
Well, you can't, Tim.
Okay, so I go back on my show and look like a fool again.
Tim, the first step for greatness is humbling yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't try to have all the answers and instead ask more questions. You see, Tim, a truly wise man always has more questions than answers.
So, would that make me wiser than you, Wilson?
Well, what do you think, Tim?
So how did that conversation go? What did you notice? How was Tim's emotional state how was Wilson's emotional state? And Tim came in a little bit agitated with having a situation at the showing where he knocked out his guest with a 2x4. But Wilson came into it very calm, relaxed, um, not looking for a conflict, but
Mm.
just talking it through, right?
Mm.
And I've always been amazed in the conversations in home improvement, how relaxing those conversations were. And it's in those moments of relaxation where Tim would walk away with a good idea.
You do love to find clips, don't you, for our topics?
I do.
That is one of his favorite things to do.
Takes me hours and days.
It does. It does. So I hope you guys enjoyed that.
A good distraction for me.
And these are questions that maybe you and your spouse can talk about after you've watched this.
Yeah. Or you can always pause this now and talk about them.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the Wilson principle, or what we've come up with as the Wilson principle. Whenever Tim was troubled, he'd come to the backyard fence. Wilson listened fully without interrupting. He was never reactive or defensive. He offered wisdom, not judgment.
Mm-hmm. He created calm by being
Mm.
calm, and the fence itself created the pause.
Yeah, yeah. You do that many times, not only with me, but on the calls you have with your clients. Very calm, you listen very intently, and you just bring a presence of peace with you. That's what we're looking for, is when a couple is starting to get into conflict, for one of you, it just takes one to come with a presence of peace to help lower the temperature of the dialogue, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pretty cool. Emotional regulation in the context of a married couple dealing with conflict. Emotional regulation means each partner's ability to notice, manage, and respond to their emotions in a way that protects the relationship instead of escalating the disagreement. The term emotional regulation, I kind of found the other day, and it means so much. It's just, how do we manage our own emotions, and what's the emotions going on with our spouse? There were many times in our relationship that when Dana was starting to show emotions, the bad emotions, anger or disappointment, frustration, I would flee.
Yes,
I
you
would
would.
I would get out of the situation. I'd go to the garage. I'd go
He'd run away.
to the office just not to avoid, right?
Right.
Which didn't fix anything.
No. And actually, it caused things to be worse.
Caused it worse. You needed me, and where was I?
Right.
And so I've learned to be able to read, and you with me, read our emotions and know to be there for us always, but to know when it's ready to be engaged or not. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So emotional regulation.
This is our fence. This is where we meet every morning. You can see our cups of coffee there. And of course, that's our little guy, Bo. He likes to sit with us too at our fence, doesn't
He sits with you.
He sits with me, yes. But anyway, he's part of our fence. And this is where we can really come together to discuss things in a peaceful way. And often, sometimes we need to pause while we're there too, right?
Yeah. And we've come here enough on a regular basis. As it's a peaceful place. It's a safe place.
Right.
It's a good place to start. And again, we do it in the mornings. It's a good place for us to start our day.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So the fence is every morning before the day begins, we meet here with coffee along with Bo. We slow down and we show up for each other.
Yeah. And it's a safe place. There's no arguments, no reactivity. This is where we talk, not fight, where we listen and not react.
And in fact, we say not fight, no arguments. We work through conflict here, but we do it in a way, it's a peacefulness.
Peaceful way.
And it's our ritual. Consistency builds safety. The more we show up here, the more our hearts learn we are safe.
Correct. Yep. So we have a question for you. Do you have a place that you go? A place that's safe for you? A place where you can find peace and a place where you can listen and understand one another?
When you say both, when you say you mean both. It's a husband and wife
Right.
conversation.
It's
Yeah,
it's not just I go there because that'd be like withdrawing or retreating
yeah,
or running away, but it's a place where you both go.
yeah. Some of the key principles of meeting at the fence is regulate first, resolve second. Resolving is secondary. Talking through it in a good way is primary. You cannot have a productive conversation when your nervous system is in threat mode. Pause before speaking.
Correct. And the fence is a boundary, not a barrier. It creates the right conditions for honest conversation, a protected space for vulnerability without fear.
Right. Maybe think back to the clip we did on home improvement. The fence between Wilson and Tim was not a barrier. It was just a boundary, and they were able to speak through that fence without any restrictions whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah. And consistency builds a safe place. As we said before, your ritual is your fence. Show up there consistently, and your hearts will learn we are safe.
Right.
Right.
And it's when you're safe, you can be vulnerable.
Yeah,
Right.
very much so. Now, here's 8 steps of how to handle a conflict when meeting at the fence. Okay.
So, first one is now a good time. Because there's times when you may have something, I may have something on my heart that I want to talk about, but you're in the middle of something, middle of a project at work, maybe even middle of an important game for you. But
Football game,
yeah, I wasn't going to say,
baseball or hockey or
yeah, any game. But so we have to say is now a good time.
yeah,
That's being respectful.
yeah. We need to come to listen and to hear our spouse's hearts as to what they want to share, or for me to be able to share with you, for you to listen.
Right. Oh, and then we share.
Yeah,
There, you said it.
I said it ahead of time.
We keep our emotions at bay. This is a time where we're making it safe. And if we get too emotional, that can make you want to flee, right? If I
Right.
get too emotional. So we don't want that. So keep your emotions at bay.
And we have another program where we talk about timeouts, and there's time when our heart rates when emotions are going, heart rate gets up. That's when we use a timeout.
Yeah, because that conversation is no longer valuable.
Yeah, yeah. Remember, we're teammates. We're on the same team. When we did our vows, we committed to ourselves and to God. We're in this together
Correct.
for the long haul.
And we offer solutions, but it's not just my solution, it's your solution. And we can talk about those solutions. And maybe we don't even want to use one of those. Maybe we come up with a difference.
Maybe there's a compromise between what you say or I say that we can come up with something that works. We've actually been compromising a lot lately. Do you remember that?
We have?
Yeah, we have. Yesterday we had a dinner meeting, and I had a meeting conflict, but you proposed maybe getting there by Uber and meeting. We didn't do that eventually.
Yes, but I did. So
But yeah,
we were ready to
yeah,
compromise.
and find ways.
To make the dinner work in a way that for both of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Number 7, we think about it. We use the front of our brain, our thinking part, our higher IQ part in our conversations, that by keeping the emotions at bay, we're allowed to think more about it.
Right. And we agree to come back and talk some more. If it's not resolved, if it's a conflict that needs to be resolved and it's not resolved at that conversation, we decide to take a break, to pause, and to come back and talk some more about it.
Right.
We just don't ignore it.
Here's another example of meeting at the fence. I think you'll like. Again, it's a conversation that someone's trying to solve right away,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not ready to be solved.
It's just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me. and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there...
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
Yeah, see, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just... Sometimes it's like there's this achy... I don't know what it is. And I'm not sleeping very well at all. And all my sweaters are snagged. I mean, all of them.
Yeah, that sounds really hard.
It is. Thank you. Ow!
Oh, come on. If you would just...
Don't...
Try to see things my way. Do I have to keep on talking till...
And that is such a good example of, I mean, obviously we all see the nail in the head, right? And yeah, if we remove it, we'd probably take some of that achiness away. Or I love it when she says, all my sweaters are snagged. She wouldn't have to worry about snagging her sweaters, but she just wanted to be understood and heard.
And he moved from fix it
To listen.
as best he could, with that nail in her head, as best he could, he moved to understanding. So we have a couple exercise in that we want you to recall a recent conflict. You can write it down. Again, you put this on pause, but write down a recent conflict you had. And what was your feeling during the discussion? Both of you. And what needed to be said that may not have been said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that what would have helped in that conflict discussion that you could have done differently. That's what we're trying to get to, is how could you have done it differently?
Right.
Okay. So if you want to pause here, and we'll continue on when you're back.
So we have success work for you. And as I've explained before, the reason we have success work is for you to take what you heard here today deeper and to put it into practice. So reflect, meet at the fence, and we want you to connect. So connection.
We have the bridge. We've talked about the bridge before, and the bridge is knowing where you are at today, knowing where you want to be, where you want to go to, and then the bridge will take you there as a couple. And we're building the bridge as we go, the steps in the bridge. And today we're adding meeting at the fence to our bridge.
That's
Step
right.
number 4. Okay.
So you don't build a strong marriage by avoiding conflict. You build it by learning how to come toward each other in the middle of conflict.
Well, that's so important.
It is.
And then our closing prayer, Lord, help us not to stand divided in moments of conflict, but to move toward each other with humility and love. Give us the courage to listen, the grace to understand, and the wisdom to meet at the fence. Strengthen our marriages as we choose connection over being right. Amen.
Amen. So thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the next lesson.
Bye-bye.